Here we go. It's October 2nd. Time is flying by. Pretty soon it'll be like end of October. That's it. Time flies so fast. All right, check out KUKE, Music Holding Limited. Now, this has been on downtrend, little penny play. 450, we go all the way down, all the way down the low side to high side. Yeah, just looking at the recent algo, picked it up right here at 150. Now, when you play charts, of course, you had to know what you're playing. Playing small caps, large caps, doesn't matter. What is this doing? This is in a downtrend. Now you can try to play the bounces. It really depends what the chart looks like. Is this like big bounces? Not really. So it's not really great for, turning up. It's more of a downtrend chart. So right here you have the 150 line, the short, the algo comes in. Was this 919? Yep. Looking at my other chart, 125, you gap down, probably news here. You're at 62 cents. That is absolute great little short. And you want it best you can if you're swing trading. You'd love it to happen like in a few days, a week, you're swing. Then you move on to another one. This could turn into a buy here. So you're talking 60% on this. So I'm just going to recap some here. All right, GDXU, gold miners, 3 times leverage, ETN. I'm going to look that up again. ETN, ETF. I forget exactly the difference, but this is an ETN. And let me get another chart here. So you have the buy here, 98.31 on August 21st. That's right. You could have held this since August and, about 100. And look at this go up all the way to 160. Pullback, came a new trend line. This was a little wedge here. And then let me move this up here. And you come down to 140, you bounce, it'll bounce again. We're at 209. It's going back and forth here. It looks like the strength is weakening. See this? Lower. This could turn lower again. So, but this was 121% from this move. Now, can you play moves higher? Of course, as long as the trend is up. 120. You're playing steps. You got to watch the gap down if any like major news comes in, but this was a tremendous long. The algo picked it up. And actually, on this move too, what date was that? This was on 8/4. 8/4, the algo picked it up. And see if it makes sense. These are all for swing trades. This is the daily chart algo swing trade. This came out of a little wedge. You have a green. Okay, you're out. Does it make sense here? Yes. Look at the next day. You're white over red starting to go up. It depends how far. Now, if you're holding even here, you're holding for, at least, a better swing than this. You could have got out here, but that's why you can't panic on swings too. You just see a red candle. You got to have your stop down here. If you got it here at 80, it's even better. The 209, are you kidding me? In about 2 months, that's what you're talking about. This would be over 121%. All right, GDXU, what do we got here? FPay. All right, FPay, another weird chart, little penny play. Yeah, put in the lines here. 225. You go right down. So the highest line, you can see you're bouncing in between. Now you can put in, inner lines, of course. I'm just showing you the outer line. Then it gaps down, gaps down. It's a really ugly chart. They had the swing short here, 78 cents on, make sure that's right. 917. 917. Look at that. So 80 cents this line, you go down, 60, gap down, 32 cents. This is getting crushed. Yeah, very bad chart. And this was 63% on that. Neon, take a look at this. So on Neon, yeah, this was coming up back in April, May 10. This goes right to 30. That was a great move here on this little move. Let me draw that in there. This little slant down here. And then, a little wedge, descending wedge. You come up all the way to 30, then you come down. And then right here, 828, 2206. And then you go back and forth. Now, let me see in this 2206. You did go up to 25.90. Probably been stopped out on that. I don't know why the algo picked it up right there on that wick. Let me make sure here. 917. Get the wrong chart. Hold on. spinning here. Nice. Yep, this was right here. So the algo picked this up, because of that, and then you get stopped out. But you get to try it again, try it about, this 22 line, and it would have worked because whatever happened, maybe it was earnings. I don't think they'll play around earnings. I'm not sure. You have to look this up to be sure. But it gapped down and it worked, tremendously. Let me see here, actually. But that's why you got to stick with things too. Now, draw the line like right down here. Went over it, but it came back. It's very tight. If you're gonna get stopped out or not. And that was in August. August 13th was earnings. That was way back there. So what happened on this date here, September 3rd? BC most active stocks. I don't see nothing written here on this. So I have no idea. At least for now, I have no idea what it says here. But you played it right here, 22, and then you're holding for it to get down and cap down right to 369. Look at that move right there. So that's incredible on the QLGN. Take a look at this. All right, the buy here, 98, 173. You go up to 2, get a 3, you go all the way to 850. Now, they don't have this sell yet. Draw your line right here. So basically, we're talking at 173, 175 line that starts to go up. Then you have a big move up. Shadow candle is it doesn't hold. It goes all the way down. So this closed at 553 all the way down here. And then it came down. Didn't break this trend line. And what's it doing here? It's kind of a mess chart, but this was a big move, 223% on this. All right, MBX. Check out MBX. All right, so MBX. Yeah, some of these charts are a little difficult. These are like bioscience, bio, what else? Nanotechnology, all that kind of stuff. It's much easier in the ETFs and the other, larger cap stocks too. All right, so 15, this goes down the buy here, 915, 1087, you go sideways. Big news, gaps up, has to be news here because the 27 holding here. And on this move here, 1087, the low, 971, could have stopped you out, and then you could have get back in again. Not sure if it was earnings, but it went down. And then right here, you have the sell short now, 10-2 on October 2nd, 1698. So another move, 59% on this. Yeah, the algo picked it up probably out of this wedge. It went down. And what are you talking here? 961. What was this move here? 1087. So really depends on your stop on this. So these are tougher moves, but this just show, where the algo is picking this up at. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. Still looking at ALK, NX, and BLDR. BLDR is hitting, so is NX. So outstanding. That's it. Peace.